Is there such thing as a soulmate? It's a difficult question to answer, since the word soulmate has different meanings for everyone, as it has become a romanticized word with implicit meanings. Some interpret it as one person they are meant to be for the rest of their lives, where others might believe you can have multiple soulmates. The biggest challenge is there is no real way to prove that a person is a soulmate other than the subjective feeling a person might get, and that feeling might differ from person to person, where for one person it might mean they feel like a certain ease and flow with another person, where disagreements are at a minimum and they are able to understand each other on matters. Whereas for another person there might be a lot of arguments and opposing opinions with their partner. However, there is a feeling completeness offered from the other by having a different point of view as opposites attract. Astrology does point to some indications that soulmates exist, where certain people are meant to meet each other at certain times. However, there are indications this not only is meant to happen once but maybe multiple times in a person's lifetime, so that soulmate might be meant for that time and place only. Yet looking at the astrological patterns, soulmates don't always marry and stay together. So they might not in fact have anything to do with if a couple stays together permanently. The belief in astrology itself requires one to take a stance on ideas of fatalism, where some might take a more fatalistic viewpoint that events in life are hard-coded, like we are pressing the play button and the pre-written story unfolds, and others take a more fluid viewpoint where the exercising of free will is always invisibility. As the saying goes, the stars impel, they do not compel. Indian astrologers probably had the best explanation for this in explaining astrology as the mirror of karma in a subject's current and past lives. Some karmic momentum is so strong that it is extremely difficult to change, having the strong appearance of hard fate, so it would be like fighting against a strong tidal wave, whereas other karma is lighter and easier to change the direction of it. So in fact, there are sometimes areas in life which seem closer to hard fate and others that are lighter inclinations and probabilities. While there are some karmic potentials that fit like a glove, there are others that grow more like watering a plant that requires a little more work and time. So to a certain degree, a great number of people can be a soulmate with more work involved. Whereas that is the bottom line, in that marriages in the past weren't always done for the purpose of romantic love alone, but done with a sense of duty as being a favorable alliance to merge families and properties together, which implied a level of work was required, rather than being overcome alone by romantic love which might not be initially be there. Yet there is less of a divorce rate with arranged marriages, quite possibly from this sense of duty. The bottom line is we will never really know as there's a true thing as a soulmate, since the only verification of it are feelings which are not an objective measure. But astrology does point to potential patterns that some people are meant to meet in their life. Some of those people require more work than others to grow that relationship. In the end, they might not all last, but the important thing is one learns about oneself, since ultimately the best way to self-knowledge is knowledge through another. Happy dating.